The top 10 reasons that people hate Elon Musk. Elon Musk is CEO of Tesla and SpaceX and has plans to colonize Mars and thinks AI may turn humans into its pets. There are, however, some more obvious, albeit subjective reasons to dislike Mr. Musk. Number 10. Smoking. On September 7th, 2018, Musk appeared to be smoking marijuana whilst being interviewed for a podcast. Coupled with the exit of two Tesla executives, its head of human resources and its chief accounting officer, that news, unexpectedly, did see a bit of a stock drop during the day. This was just another addition to the string of bad news incidents for the company that year, which included a shareholder lawsuit against Musk and Tesla for his infamous tweet on August 7th, 2018. As Snoop Dogg famously sang, "Smoke weed every day, although not if you're the CEO of an incredibly complicated company, unless you want the stock prices to plummet." It's a great song. Number 9. He has been accused of exposing Tesla workers to COVID-19. Musk defied state orders by reopening Tesla's Fremont factory in Alameda County, California, despite a statewide lockdown during the pandemic. He was later held responsible for a coronavirus outbreak at the plant that endangered several workers. However, rather than apologizing and letting his workers shelter in place at home, he filed a lawsuit against the county. Entirely normal behavior. Musk later dropped the suit and was allowed to reopen on the condition that safety and social distancing measures be taken at the factory. Number 8. He once called a rescue diver who saved Thai schoolchildren a pedo guy. After Musk's help was refused as part of an operation to rescue 12 Thai boys trapped in a cave in 2018, the Tesla CEO branded the 64-year-old diver who saved the teens a pedo guy. He later testified in court that this was a common phrase in his home country of South Africa and didn't have any connotations of paedophilia. Okay, Elon. Sure. We've got a phrase in England where we call people absolute liars. It doesn't mean much, just forget about it. The diver had accused Musk of trying to make the rescue mission into a PR stunt by offering a submarine that was never used and many experts said would not be useful. Musk did, however, later win a defamation case that was taken against him by the diver. Because what's money for if you can't bend the law? Number 7. A slightly sneaky resume. When people think of Elon Musk, they think of his fabulous back catalogue of successes, the companies he's founded, the money he's made. But actually, if you look at his resume, it's not as crystal clear as it's often made out. Cited as being the founder of PayPal, and that's completely true. He was a co-founder of the company with his brother, who later had him fired because he was a terrible CEO. Not a lot of mention of that. And the Tesla website now lists Musk as being the co-founder of SpaceX and Tesla, among many other companies, although he wasn't actually really one of the founders of Tesla. And in fact, Musk only became one of the co-founders of Tesla after it was settled as an agreement of terms outside of court as part of a 2009 lawsuit. So technically, yes, he was one of the co-founders of Tesla, legally speaking. But actually, in reality, he wasn't. It's just a bit, fishy. Number 6. Wealth gap woes. Perhaps Musk's greatest offence, to many, is his billionaire status. He is the second richest person in the world, according to Forbes' 2021 index. So, when his companies apply for property tax subsidies or other forms of corporate welfare, it rubs many, quite reasonably, the wrong way. Be as rich as you like, by all means, but maybe stop taking handouts at that point. Musk also pays a far lower true tax rate than most Austinites, around 3.27% compared to the lowest federal income tax rate of 10%, according to a report published by ProPublica in June. Number 5. Crypto backlash. The cryptocurrency community also has a bone to pick with Musk, whose tweets have driven the volatility of Dogecoin and other cryptocurrencies, leading to some accusing him of market manipulation. And is it? Well, who knows? But I mean, if you did the same thing with actual stocks and shares, technically you'd be breaking the law. Number 4, he once claimed college is a waste of time. Musk says that college is basically for fun and not for learning, and some people might agree with that. Heck, going to college or university, it is fun. But it's also a pretty easy thing for a wealthy man with 2 college degrees to say. Of course, those struggling to fund their college degrees or those who can't afford to even go to college might not entirely agree with this. And this statement was also particularly ironic given that the job description for Musk's SpaceX did require a bachelor's degree and in some instances actually prefer a master's degree. That's an awful lot of fun you have to go through before you can even get to a job. And I mean, finally, of course, college is basically just fun if you've been brought up with the wealth and stability of an apartheid emerald mine. Number 3, taking advantage of his workers. Elon Musk has been severely accused of taking advantage of his workers. He was once accused of paying his outsourced workers as little as $5. When this report came out, Musk was forced to apologize. Besides this, he violated labor laws by firing a Tesla union activist that discouraged workers from unionizing. He's also considered to have exposed Tesla workers to COVID-19 after reopening his factory in Alameda, California, despite the statewide lockdown. Later, there was an outbreak of the virus in his factory and he was, quite reasonably, held responsible for it. Further to this, Tesla has been having issues with gender discrimination, racism, homophobia, and sexual harassment, making people, quite reasonably, question its management. Number 2, Musk is believed to be colonizing outer space. Musk claims his plans to create a civilization in space will result in a dramatically improved life. Improved for who exactly? We don't know. Probably him. His utopian plan to move 1 million people to Mars by 2050 involves creating loans that people will be required to pay back through work upon their arrival. Well, if this concept sounds familiar, then it's because you were maybe listening during history class when you learned about indentured servitude, which was used to create cheap labour by settlers in America. And without beating around the bush too much, it's kind of a bit like slavery. Traditionally speaking, not good. Number 1, misinformation on pandemics. Musk is considered to have peddled misinformation on pandemics. He's said to have labelled the dreaded virus as not very deadly. He also claimed that young people were not vulnerable to the virus, despite many young people dying due to COVID-19, and more recently, lots of them suffering with long COVID. He also added that he would not be getting a vaccine against the disease once it was developed. In addition, when Musk contracted the virus, he questioned the test's legitimacy after receiving both negative and positive test results. It's kind of how they do have a margin for error. Come on now. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching another Top Media video. Don't forget to hit that very important bell icon, the subscribe button, and to support us on Patreon. As they say, pennies make pounds, and your support would go a very long way for our channel.